What's the deal with cream cheese?
What's the deal with cream cheese?
Oh.
You need to think about how things are perceived
No,
by
I
people
know.
who see these things.
And I understand how you could run with your own version of that story, but it's not the reality of what happened.
Next thing you know, they're gonna come out with a vape exclusive. Like, oh, this
Yeah,
Dark Souls 4. You can only get on the vape.
Hello, welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Hello.
I'm here with these guys.
Hello.
That's crazy. Didn't even say our name. I mean, our names would have been nice.
Little introduction. Do you know how to introduce someone?
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Okay,
introduce
let's
somebody.
say that you had a new friend.
Okay.
And you had to introduce them to your parents. How would you go? We walked through the door. We walked through the door. Your family's having a party. You've invited us.
I'll be your mommy.
Okay, I'll say, hey, this is what's their name?
This sucks. This sucks. You don't even know their name. You're bringing them to the party.
Of my fake friend.
You couldn't come up with a name.
This is Ansel.
Oh, yeah. And Gretel?
Yeah, where's Gretel?
No, Ansel, not Hansel.
Oh, sorry. I don't speak German.
My bad. Where'd you meet?
He's a German exchange student.
Oh, how'd you get into that?
Into Ansel or into the German exchange student program?
I guess it's a man. I guess it's a boy. I guess it's a boy.
It's not a boy, it's a man.
Not a boy.
What the fuck was that? Let's what have you been doing?
What have you?
It was a simple you're asking like
How would you introduce a new friend to your parents?
Oh, hey Ma, this is my friend George.
That's
it?
Actually.
What was
George, this is my mom, maybe?
I said this is Ansel, and then you said what else?
Actually, what you said first was, "What's your name again?"
Well-
That's a tough way to introduce somebody.
What else? This is what does George?
Oh, this is
do?
George. We went to college together. We're just meeting up. He was in town. How easy was that?
Okay.
And like
Okay.
maybe if you talk to your dad and your dad plays golf. Oh, he plays golf. He actually loves golf.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
boom. Conversation.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Started.
Or he's into cars. Oh, well, like, yeah.
I'm
in
great.
cars.
I'm great at introducing real people, just not fake people.
Not Ansel.
Not Ansel.
No, if you can't train how to do it in your mind, how are you going to do it in practice? You
Because
need to,
I
to
need,
practice.
because I need somebody who's real and has something interesting about them.
How about you have an imagination?
Well,
JT, how would you introduce a new friend to your parents?
I go, maybe it's, even if it's not my parents, it's Chris and Steve. I go, oh, this is my friend Chris. This is Steve. Oh, you know, Steve actually played basketball in college as well. Oh, really?
Easy. He didn't have to go, what's your name again, guy?
I didn't have to have a fake German exchange student.
What's
which
your-
one of your parents played basketball in college?
Oh, I said this was between
No, he
Chris
was
and Steve.
introducing them to each other.
Oh,
See, he
Chris
just
and
doesn't.
My
he just
parents,
doesn't
I would
pay
have to talk about
attention.
something different. What are my parents into? I don't know.
I thought you were introducing two people, Chris and Steve. I thought he was one upping.
No,
you.
To be fair, I thought that for a second too.
I didn't do a good
But
job.
then once he said basketball, I was like, okay, I get where the scene is.
Okay.
No, I said golf for your parents because I figured, oh, maybe your dad's into golf. That's a.
Okay, Danny, you have a friend who's a female. Introduce them to your parents. Go.
This is Stephanie, and
What's so?
what? No.
Oh, is she a comedian? What's so funny? It was like,
She is a comedian.
Right,
actually,
right, yeah.
She's a stand-up comedian and food blogger.
see how hard? Why was that so hard to make that up about Stephanie?
And she's on the run
There it is.
From the law.
from the law. Yes.
Right,
Yes. Can
right.
we use the basement to hide her out?
Sorry for the rough introduction, Mom, but
Actually, get this done quick. I'm hearing sirens.
yeah. Actually, close the door, get inside. Don't explain anymore.
Oh boy,
We have fun here.
we do improv.
Yeah, this was
Improv.
not. This
Yes,
was
yes,
not-
and type shit. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, and.
Do you think you'd be good at improv?
Sure.
I think one of the goal videos should be the Picky Boys do an improv class.
But it's not about that. You have to get so many people involved for us to
So
not even
many
have
people
fun.
involved.
You need a teacher. You need a class.
Yeah, just a teacher. You just get a teacher. They're improv teachers. They got time on their hands.
I think you're too. I think you're too giggly for improv. Because you nervous giggle.
Well, yeah, especially when I reach a wall,
Right.
we're shut down.
It's over. You come up and then Ansel has to get me out of it.
I know. I have to keep saying yes and.
I think that makes it funnier though.
If you
Like I think it's easier to laugh at something when the person you're watching is laughing.
True.
So I think it could help.
Oh, so you're a fan of the when people break, kind of?
Like
Yes.
an,
Oh
an
my
SNL,
gosh.
like an SNL like breaking moments. You know.
Maybe not even SNL, but just when I'm listening to a podcast and like they get into a bit and they're cracking up. Now I'm giggling like, well, I'm on a run or something.
It does feel like cheating a little bit because you kind of, I don't know if this makes any sense, but when you're watching someone do a bit and then they break, I find it funny too, but in your head, it's kind of them going like, oh, this is funny, you can laugh now. They kind of force the joke on you a little bit. Yeah, kind of.
I find it funny unless you do it too often. I also equally probably respect more when someone can commit to a bit and not break at all.
The straight face.
That's so impressive to me.
Yeah, that's funny too. But that's only impressive when someone else is breaking.
Oh yeah, like
true.
You need a reference point of breakage.
Yeah.
When you see behind the scenes from movies like Steve Carell or Will Ferrell, you can tell that they're making the whole like production laugh and they have the straight face.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Apparently Will Ferrell's really good with that.
That's a good skill. It's a good skill.
That makes it funnier somehow. But
yeah.
you know what? I never found the laugh track. They should remove that from every show ever. I don't like that.
No, I disagree. You ever see Friends without laugh track?
That's because Friends isn't that funny.
Well,
dude.
no. Well, also because you can't take the laugh track out of a show that has the laugh track. Because or else it's just like
silence,
and that's weird.
Well, a lot of shows don't have a laugh track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's good.
Okay.
I think we're moving away from it actually.
Yeah, I don't think
that's good.
I don't think we.
The funniest shows you can think of don't have laugh tracks.
I think we're moving away from like live audience sitcoms in general.
Yeah, what the fuck's the point of a live audience anyway?
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Just a way to sell money to the production.
I think it's just to put some energy in the room.
That could be it too. Yeah, but then if you're having, I don't know, if you're having a bad day, what if someone doesn't show up to set, and like then what? Or they cancel it, or is that not how it works in the contract? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like It's Always Sunny. Like their best scenes, there's like 10 outtakes because they're laughing so hard, and that you wouldn't get that in a live thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, Jason can put in a laugh track on the entire podcast.
Yes, Jason.
Yes,
please do that.
Jason, put in a laugh track right now. Danny,
Whenever there's a funny joke.
Danny,
Wait, guys, wait for them to stop laughing.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ready? This is what we're setting up a bit for Jason. Danny, make a joke.
Oh no!
Danny, make a joke.
I don't know a joke.
Didn't you learn anything from Stephanie on the car ride over? Just make a joke.
I'm not going to steal her material.
Oh, that's a good
And
point.
it's Stephanie.
Oh, it's
It was Stephanie. I heard him say it the first time.
Stephanie.
Oh, I thought he went like, oh, this is Stephanie.
No, it's Stephanie.
Literally say anything, and he's gonna add a laugh track. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Multiple sclerosis.
We don't need the laugh track if you're laughing, Danny. You can't laugh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, now we're laughing at
MS.
multiple sclerosis.
I just came to my head and I thought there was
just
nothing
came
else.
in your head.
No.
Laugh track. Put it on.
Well, MS is not funny.
Damn
It's
it.
not.
I know, but now you have me laughing at him. Okay, no, we got to restart. Okay, go.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2.
A knock joke, perhaps.
Say anything. We're literally adding a laugh track. Just say anything. Just say anything, okay? Here we go. All right.
Oh God.
3, 2.
I don't know what to say.
We are adding the laugh track. Say anything. Last chance. Come on, because we're drawing this out. 3, 2, 1.
What's the deal with cream cheese?
What's the deal with cream cheese?
Oh.
You didn't have
Well, no, you have the joke. You just didn't have the punchline.
I need it.
You got the first half.
Okay, what's the second half?
It's I like my cream and my cheese separate.
I'm sorry. What?
I thought the cream became the cheese. I didn't know you could have them together.
Is that like helium? Is there carbon monoxide poisoning in the base?
Very Jerry Seinfeld-esque. I liked it.
Thank you. It's observational humor.
Jason, add the laugh track to that. Thank you. If you want to see more stuff before we get into whatever Jason brought, patreon.com/pickyboys. Get in there. We're on our way to 1,200 patrons. We're doing a subathon. April 17th is when it's going to start. And it's going to be a mini subathon that goes to the weekend. Twitch.tv/thepickyboys. Write it down on your calendar. Big subathon. The more people donate, the longer we go. And also people are going to be able to vote on what the 1,200 Patreon sub goal is. It's a video that we'd have to make for 1,200 patrons. Get in there.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be good. We have some fun stuff planned.
yeah.
I got to take some breaths to get. I was
Fun
laughing
knickknacks
too
and
hard.
ways for people to get involved.
For sure.
It's gonna be fun. Also, we're gonna talk about this more on the Patreon, but we just watched Nintendo Direct and the new Mario Kart the trailer release, like long trailer. We're probably gonna go over and talk about that because the end of summer there's also Kartathon, and that's like our big one every year. But that's more news for Patreon. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. All right.
JT, you want to talk about your trip or no?
My trip to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could talk a little about it. We had a couple anecdotes.
Did you see any cowboy hats?
I didn't see any cowboy hats, but
Was everything bigger?
dude, everything was definitely bigger.
Really?
Oh.
So, all right. So I didn't see any cowboy hats, but there was we went to this one bar. It's this huge bar. I can't remember the name. And on the table, there was a reserved table, and it had a sign that said like reserved for cowboys only. And my so-called friends taped that to my back at the beginning of the night. And so the whole like 3 hours we were at this bar, I had that on my back. I didn't find out until 2 days later.
So
by the
on
way.
your back, you had a sign that said "Reserved for Cowboys."
Yes, reserved for cowboys only.
Did
So,
any cowboys come and hit on you?
honestly, I can't even remember. I was so drunk.
Cowboy could have
Which is why
taken
I
him
didn't
home.
notice. I might have went home with a cowboy. Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
That's what he wanted
yeah.
to tell us, that he had sex with a cowboy on his trip.
Yeah,
Save
exactly.
a horse.
Save a horse.
I went to the Cosm. That was okay.
Oh,
we talked about that.
Yeah,
on
we
the
talked about
pod.
the Cosm. You went.
Yeah. Well, so remember we looked. There's the dome in the hall.
Yes.
So
For those that don't know, it's a big like dome screen viewing area in a bar, right?
Yeah.
For
For
sports
sports.
games. For sports games.
yes. And so I bought tickets for the group, and I wasn't sure whether to buy the dome or the hall. So I just looked it up on Reddit, and people on Reddit said the hall. I looked it up on the website. The hall was more expensive, and it said on it the hall is the upgraded experience.
Gotcha.
Turns out, don't listen to that. If you're ever going to go to LA or Dallas to the Cosm, buy the dome. That was way cooler, and we didn't get to experience that.
So can you see the dome from the hall?
Yeah, I could like peer in and see it. We could walk over and see it. We didn't have seats, but we could stand and watch the dome.
And you're like, damn.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Well, was there a bar? Like, what was good about the hall? That was a difference.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The hall was you're on the upper like deck, and you're watching. It's basically just watching like a big ass screen.
But the dome, it kind of goes around you like the sphere
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Vegas. Damn.
So
Okay, so you need to make those mistakes to know.
True.
yeah,
And now you made the mistake for everybody watching. So if
Yeah.
you ever go to the Cosm, get the dome.
Get the dome.
package.
that was pretty much it. Honestly, for Dallas, everything's definitely way bigger.
What did you eat?
Dude, I ate barbecue the whole time. I don't even like it.
Oh my god.
This
Yeah.
Yeah, but at
I
least
just-
you went out and you
This
enjoyed with your
guy.
friends. Like, why can't you not enjoy barbecue with us?
I go out with you guys.
Why don't you like barbecue?
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
It's more of just a meat thing. Like I don't. If you just throw a slab of meat on my plate, slab of marinated meat, like I like rice and pasta and all these other things.
Can't even have that.
So it's just the meat. It's just the lack of carbs.
Yeah. Just like
Okay.
a big slab of marinated meat is just not really
They didn't
my
get-
thing. It's nothing to the fault of barbecue or Texas or anything. I just don't.
They didn't give you a big thing of, well, you probably can't have that. You probably can't have that either. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Did you get the meat sweats?
I think it was just sweaty and ate meat. I don't-
Is that a real thing? What is that?
Oh yeah.
So what
It's
is
when
that?
you just eat like way too much meat, and then like an hour after, you're like, oh god, I'm hot. Like I'm sweating. I'm
Wait,
hot.
that's what that is?
Yeah.
What did you think? It
Look
was?
up meat sweats.
What did you think it was?
I just didn't think it was, oh, an hour later you're sweating. Like, what does that even...
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
And it also the sweat has it smells like meat
Oh,
sometimes.
it comes from Friends.
So it's not scientific. Bro, it's just a fake thing from Friends, bro.
No, it's definitely a thing.
I'll be honest. I've never once experienced this. I actually thought it was just like a gross joke, kind of.
So it's just a joke that doesn't actually happen. It just refers to if you ever have been sweating after eating meat at some point.
But don't you think if it was
Though
Danny-
some theories suggest that it's due to the body's increased energy expenditure to digest protein, which can lead to a rise in body temperature and sweating.
that is true. I know that protein is the most thermogenic nutrient.
Can you click the
So
thing?
if you eat a lot of meat,
You produce a lot of heat.
Can you click the thing right there that our meat sweat's a real thing? Just so I know. There is no scientific term or definitive study to confirm it is a real phenomenon. Thank you.
Don't you think if it was real though, like it wouldn't have became a term in the '90s? Like it would have
that's true.
existed way before. I don't know. How much meat do you need to eat, Danny, to like experience the sweats?
I think Danny just eats a lot of meat and sweats. I don't think it's because of the
No,
meat.
it's definitely afterwards. Like if I like after the Like after chicken wing contest, like I'll sweat.
Oh,
25
okay.
chicken wings.
No, but see,
I'll
but
sweat.
that's a competition sweat.
No, it's not. It's afterwards. It's after. It's
like an hour
the
after?
competition's done.
It's not just an adrenaline dump. Shit, I forgot my drink upstairs. Oh no, it's right there.
It could be an adrenaline dump, honestly.
The
My,
black
dr- my
one?
drink. Yes, my drink. My diet Dr. Kelp.
Thank you. There.
Thank you. It's just Red Bull.
Straight vodka?
It's just sugar-free Red Bull.
You know, speaking of meat, I'm not.
Whoa.
In no way am I. I'm not like anti-sports gambling by any means. Hold on, wait.
Everyone knows this.
Yeah, I'm not anti-sports gambling. I like a little gamble.
Guys,
He likes a little action.
Guy's a
But-
Jets fan.
The action has dipped its fingers into the pot of society a little bit. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday, and on the Buffalo Wild Wings app, there's live games that are happening, and you can bet on a team to win or a bunch of other things, and if you win, you get like a free appetizer.
What are you risking?
Apparently nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's just so you stay there and watch the games and order more, probably.
Yes, and also that's just one thing. Also on the Jersey Mike's app now, you can put in a parlay of hockey games, pick the winner, and you can win Shore points to get Jersey Mike subs.
That makes sense because
Again, not putting anything down. So, I mean, I'm still doing it, but it feels like a lot. It feels like a lot.
yeah,
I agree with you, honestly.
I don't like that because
I don't.
I don't like that because that means technically kids can do it.
Yeah, and I ended up not staying for one of the qualified games, so I didn't really know what happened. But I was just like, hey, like everybody I'm at the table with, we can just arbitrage this. Like you bet on the Knicks, I'll bet on the Sixers, and one of us is gonna get free onion rings.
For the table.
You're
yeah.
right, but yeah, what do they give you 4 onion rings?
That's
probably?
it. Probably is a small thing, but
me
yeah,
and Nick went to Buffalo Wild Wings before they were closing or whatever, and we ordered. They had endless wings, you know. So
Damn.
you order the first one. The endless wings are, so you get an order of 20, and then the next endless wing comes out, and there's 4 wings in it. So we house them quick. Hey, can we have another order of the unlimited wings? 4 wings come out again, and then we do it again. 20 minutes later, 4 wings come out. We do it again. 30 minutes later, 4 wings come out. We're like, all right, we get it. This is bullshit, and we left.
when we were at the Nathan's hot dog contest after party, I was talking to a professional eater, and he said that he's gotten forcibly removed from an all-you-can-eat buffet because he really took advantage of
How
the
many
system.
times? Or just once?
I think he was like in an altercation because he was like, I can eat as many egg rolls as I want.
Yeah, that's fair. I've seen a lot of clips of like, people with a video camera and eating get kicked out because apparently in the fine print it's not unlimited, kind of, or something. I don't know.
Huh.
Or they just or they could just kick you out for.
That's the thing.
That's bullshit.
A sale works so well on so many people, and there's these freaks that come in and take advantage.
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
the kind of thing that makes it like, oh, if you stay longer than 2 hours, or maybe that's it, like a time limit thing.
Okay.
A lot of places have a time limit thing. It's like I could eat as many ribs as I want. It's like it's been 7 hours, sir. Please
Yeah.
let us move on.
Not that I go to a lot of buffets anyway.
I think I've only gone. Like, I've never. No, I went to an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place.
Yeah, but that's not a buffet.
Not a buffet.
That's just like you order, just like Buffalo Wild Wings, and
Okay.
then they bring you more stuff.
Right.
So that's
okay.
that's all you can eat, but it's not a buffet.
And some places do it the opposite. Like some places use reverse psychology. So you're ordering, maybe you're on your second, third plate of meat. The fourth plate, they'll just give you a shit ton of meat and be like, eat, like chew on that and see if you're still full after all of this meat.
How is that reverse psychology?
Yeah, that's nothing. That's
Because you would think, like Antonio said, at Buffalo Wild Wings, you get less and less meat. This is like, okay, fine. You think you can eat so much meat? Here's the meat.
There's a whole
eat it.
carton of meat.
there is no way.
And
that,
also in that place, if you don't eat the meat, you get charged. So it's kind of like they're like it's like a game of chicken. Like, fine, we'll bring out more meat, but you got to eat it.
okay, now it makes more
Well, that's
sense.
cheating now. If they're gonna bring me out a double serving and say, oh, you can't if you don't finish
Yeah,
it,
and I didn't
that's
order
cheating.
that. Like, I think you're making this up.
No, I'm not making this up.
What?
Gen Barbecue, New York City.
Dox them.
Doxed.
So they bring you food, and if you don't finish it, you need to pay.
Yeah, that's how like basically every like Korean barbecue, unlimited sushi, all those places. If you order more than you can finish, you have to pay.
How many
Wait, but I'm
pieces of
confused.
sushi could you eat?
Ooh, good question.
You get $1,000 for each one.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
How many can you eat?
Well, usually 6 come in a roll, right? I mean, easily 10 rolls. That's 60. That's $60,000, which is pretty good.
This would be a great Mr. Beast
Why
video.
did you have to put it in terms of like?
Because like,
I don't know what that did.
Yeah, what did that do?
No, it's because when I've gone to many listen.
He's gonna say,
and-
don't cut them. Give me the rolls.
And all you can eat sushi place hates to see me come in, and so I'm trying to deduct how many rolls I usually order, which is how many pieces of sushi. Can you let me do my math? Can you let me do my math?
We're waiting.
That
for you
makes
to,
sense.
We're waiting for you to get there.
So 60, that's like what I would typically probably eat on an all-you-can-eat sushi.
That's a no money
That's a
situation.
no,
No
money,
money, no
situation.
money.
I mean, definitely 100. I know. Sometimes we
Don't say we.
You know, sometimes we overestimate ourselves, but
Your eyes
it's
are bigger than your stomach.
absolutely 100, without a doubt,
Absolutely
So
100.
you make 100 grand.
and probably more.
Okay, so how about this? You have to order 20 at a time,
Yeah.
but the same thing. So let's say you order the next 20. If you don't finish it, you lose everything.
You lose all the money.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Nah, you're powering through that. It doesn't
Well, no,
matter.
yeah, I'll just know at the end of each 20, I'll assess.
right.
And even if you made a mistake and only got 10 down, brother, you're gonna eat the next 10 no matter what it costs you.
Here's a tip that restaurants don't want you to know.
Here we
Alright,
go.
here it
Danny
is.
tips.
Danny tips. You should order the first round, and then before you're even done with it, immediately order the second round. Because part of the what's making you full is that you're waiting around. You finish it, and now you're waiting around for the second round. You're like, "Ugh," and then your stomach's starting to get full, and your brain gets the signals.
I agree with this.
You have to have 2 in a row. Boom, boom, big orders. Start with the big order.
You know, you just explained how the average person eats, right?
A lot of people are like, well, I've been with people who go, well, it's the first round. Let's start with a few small things first, and then it's unlimited. We have all the blah, blah, blah. No, it's not how you do it. 2 big orders.
You're saying
one
that,
after the other. Boom, boom.
all right. You're saying that if you're already going to an unlimited place, just
Start
Get everything.
start off big, and then if you finish both of those, then do little tiny small orders. Because again, you don't want to be caught with the $35 fee.
what's the price when you sit down?
$35,
So what?
depending on where you go.
So you're saying that if you eat
And if you order,
and if you leave anything on the table, it's another $35.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you leave like a lot on the table, it's a $35 because they can't serve that food to anybody else now. It's just wasted money for them.
I see. Okay.
So it's to prevent people saying, "I'll have 100
Yeah.
spicy salmon rolls."
It's a prevention tactic,
Right,
is what it is.
right,
and, that,
right.
and that I think is smart.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of TikToks and stuff of people like doing all kinds of funny stuff, like putting the sushi like in their like bag
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they can't eat it, or like like putting it in a napkin and then in their pocket.
I've done that.
You done that, Jason? Sushi?
I've smushed it up, and you gotta divide it on the plates because I couldn't finish it.
Oh, so that it looks like just
I've also
a little piece
I
of
put fried Oreos in my pocket. Done that multiple times.
those tempura fried Oreos, man.
So good.
Oh, they're so good.
Tempura fried Oreos. That sounds amazing.
Did you ever talk about the cannoli in the pocket? He just reminded me of that.
There's nothing to talk about. This is a fucking sham.
It sounds like
no.
there's a lot.
This
like
was
there's
a
a lot
this
to
was
talk
fucking
about.
Sham. I was invited over to a friend's.
I think I should say it first.
I was invited over to a friend's
It's
barbecue.
gonna be a lie.
And no, you say it first.
Well, we were at a friend's barbecue. He was right about that part. And Danny was at the desserts table. And apparently, he has a different story.
What is this motion? I wasn't shoveling
This is you
desserts.
Well, apparently,
He had his hands
He was
like
going like this.
scoopers.
apparently, Danny was at the dessert table, and also apparently, this is not his story. He was embarrassed to eat all the cannolis, so to hide them, he would shove them in his
Oh my
pocket.
God, this is not the story at all.
He would shove them in his
All right,
pockets.
well, sir, we'll get
me
to you in a
finish.
moment.
Wait a
I'd
minute.
like to hear the end.
He looked around and didn't want to see people eating all. He was eating all the cannolis, so he shoved a couple in his pocket, and then he was gonna walk off and eat the cannolis. That's apparently what was gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
let me say, there was a cannoli in the pocket. But hold on. There's a reason. Right as the cannolis came out, I was eating a few, and somebody said, "Oh, big group picture time!" And so everybody came together for the group picture, and I had like 3 cannolis in my hands, and I wasn't gonna like just be holding cannolis in the picture, so I put them in my pocket because I wasn't gonna put them back, like that's gross, and so I put them in my pocket. It fully was gonna eat them later, and then when I took the cannoli out of the pocket.
pocket cannoli.
That's when this news story emerged. But that was a perfectly good reason You don't want to have food in a picture. You want to be, presentable. And so you put the cannoli in the pocket.
You can put it on a plate.
I was going to waste the cannoli.
Why couldn't you just
can
put it
put
down
on a
on a
plate.
plate? First of all, why weren't you eating these several cannolis on a plate in the first
They're
place?
just gonna have like lint on them now in the creamy part.
It was a bathing suit. It was,
They were wet. It was wet.
no, it was bathing suit material, so it wasn't like linty, But either way, I ate the cannolis.
We knew you were going to eat the cannolis.
No one questioned that part.
I feel like that made sense at the time.
But you can't put them down on a plate.
Yeah.
No, everybody was like, "Oh, get in the picture,
First
in
of
the
all,
picture."
he said-
Ever has somebody who's like, "Hurry up, get in the picture," because this was like a big picture too, like 30 people. You can't keep people in a picture pose for more
How
than
does they
like
put them
20
down on a plate?
for like 20 seconds.
Dude, no one's going to notice a cannoli in your hand in a 30-person picture.
I had 3 cannolis.
So many cannolis.
Were you
Two like
duoing
this,
here?
2 like this, and then 1 like this.
Right. There it is.
Wait. So you cannolied like that?
They're mini cannolis, not big.
Yeah, they were
cannolis.
mini cannolis.
Okay.
So, but you see what I'm saying? From the outside, let me just
Yeah, no,
wrap this up.
that's what
from
I'm
the,
saying.
From the outside, it looked like, first of all, he said before the picture he was shoveling a lot of cannolis. It looked like he was eating so many cannolis that he then wanted to save some for later because he didn't want people to think he was eating all the cannolis.
No,
Danny, I
this
think
is-
you need a publicist.
This is
'Cause I
this
think-
is.
But if you were
classic.
eating
This
them
is-
off
this
of a
is
plate in the
classic.
first place, I think you would have been okay.
You need a publicist. You need to think about how things are perceived
No,
by
I
people
know.
who see these things.
And I understand how you could run with your own version of that story, but it's not the reality of what happened. It really isn't.
That's the cannoli story.
That's the cannoli story.
That's the pocket cannoli.
You always see there's 2 sides to every story, man. And
Also-
then there's a truth somewhere in the middle.
I'll tell you
There's
what.
2 sides to every cannoli.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I'll tell you what. This was news because I thought it was one cannoli. So he said he put several in his pocket. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Well,
Well,
it is what it is. I don't know. It made sense to me at the time.
I think it would have been cooler.
And I wasn't trying to hoard these
How old
people's
were you?
cannolis. I don't know, like 13 maybe.
Okay.
Well-
You guys getting an oldie today.
Oh yeah, no,
An
it
oldie
was
story.
That's an old.
You see, but I think it would have been cooler if you had like this pocket and it was a cannoli. Like, I feel like that's cooler than just shoving them in your wet bathing suit pockets.
I wasn't wearing shirts with pockets like that back then.
That's fair. You know, you can only use what you got. You can only use what you got.
I put them. I didn't want to put them down. I didn't know.
Well, we know that you didn't want them to get eaten by somebody else.
That's not even true. It's just I had already had them in my hands, and I'm not a gross freak.
Right.
So if I put them on a plate, someone might say, "Oh, cannoli."
Right. You're not a gross freak. No.
No,
No,
I'm
no,
not.
not at all. Just shoved cannolis in his pocket and then ate them all linty right after.
It was an unfortunate. Like I didn't think about how creamy the pocket would get. But that's.
Wait,
Not-
so
not a
it was
gross
like, It
person.
was like netting material.
But also, I was called out publicly by
That
by,
part sucked.
by an adult, and so
the DJ?
no, by one of the kids' parents, I was called out and made a mockery of.
What'd he say?
He said he's trying to steal the cannolis. Oh my god!
Was he Italian?
Yeah, I don't know. He's fucking Romanian.
Brian's dad.
Okay.
Brian's dad. So now he was caught
And this has
stealing
a
the cannolis.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to this story, but I'm not gonna get into that.
I don't know what that means.
Brian's dad had some preconceived notions about me in the first place.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That you were like a thief?
That you're a thief?
I think he thought that I was not all there mentally.
Oh.
So because of that, he chose to call you out in front of everyone for stealing.
As he did on the soccer field.
Oh, Jesus.
The gorilla suit. Right.
This is back to the gorilla.
Right.
suit.
Back to the gorilla suit.
this man.
Oh my God.
highlighted.
I didn't mean to bring up trauma.
This man highlighted and misperceived.
Misperceived.
Right.
Misconstrued
No,
some
Miscontoaster strudel.
some good moment, some perfectly acceptable moments by me, and made them into something totally different. Stories that will live on for
Right.
now so long,
Not to be
a decade now.
Not to be confused with Mr. Perceive, obviously.
Do we got a news story? Or?
I think we got something about vapes.
Okay, there's a vape with a Tamagotchi inside it that it dies if you stop puffing
Holy
it.
shit.
Whoa.
Oh,
Damn,
is
that's-
that legal?
I want to live. Is this the actual marketing? No.
I don't think so.
So
This can't be. Wait, where is it? Is this real?
Is this Japan or something?
Well, now it's looking like
Not real.
it's not real.
Is this an April Fool's
it's from
thing?
a stupid hackathon.
What does that mean?
So a hackathon is
wait.
where like programmers get together and like do a contest. Like, okay, you have 48 hours, break into groups of 6, and create something, either a game or
No,
a piece of.
there is a picture of it. Nope.
All right, well,
That's-
so yeah, and you create a game, and it sounds like this
Oh,
is
I
a
see.
stupid hackathon. People are creating satirical or ironic things.
So a Tamagotchi vape. That the thing. Did you guys have Tamagotchis?
Yes.
No, I wanted it though.
Why didn't you have one?
I don't know. My parents.
Just didn't want to. Didn't
Yeah.
want to get it. That's fair.
It's weird that the Tamagotchi is probably the first thing that like that and my Webkins. It's like I was emotionally attached to a digital being.
Could it actually die?
Oh yeah,
The Tamagotchi, and then can you just like restart?
Yeah, no, you don't have to go buy another one.
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
It's just kind of just bleeding.
But
to
it's
the
a
ground.
different Tamagotchi though. It's like a
Oh.
different. It's not like
Is that
here
true?
he is. He's resurrected.
Is that true?
You got to rename it, restart from the whole beginning.
All I remember is that your Webkins couldn't die, but my Webkins had a fire room. I had a little what's it called? Arcade machine and a trampoline.
The Vapagotchi.
Vapagotchi.
Well, this
I would love to see other stuff from the stupid hackathon.
this actually makes me
yeah, look up. Stupid
much
Hackathon.
happier
Can you
because
click on that,
fake?
Jason?
because I thought this was real and I was like, this is dark.
That should be
That's
illegal,
grim.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's grim.
I'm pretty sure every part of this would be illegal.
Why?
What do you mean?
Well, for it to die if you stop vaping.
Because I'm saying this is. I thought every part of this marketing has to be bad.
Oh, look at this. Wait. She was addicted to nicotine and began to wonder if gamifying her nicotine use might help her disincentivize it. In the first iteration of the project, hitting the vape would actually murder the digital pet.
See, that makes way more
and thus
sense.
would
to me.
ideally work to guilt trip the user into not inhaling.
That's hilarious.
That makes way more sense to me. That makes way more sense to me.
But then they found the stupid hackathon, and for the purpose of a stupid hackathon, it'd be funnier to be evil. Because the thing where it kills it if you hit it is actually kind of a good idea.
Yeah, that makes
Stupid hackathon needs to be like a bad idea.
Gotcha. So this was a real thing, but
It's like
for the
crying.
opposite.
Please vape. This really was an extremely clickbait.
It really
Title,
was.
though.
It really was.
Well,
Like, look at the first page of that slide. What did that say? That said, like,
A vape
Yeah,
with a
so-
Tamagotchi inside that dies if you don't smoke it was invented.
I guess they did just say invented, so they didn't say it was going to get sold or anything.
the
But
technology is there. We just-
The technology is there.
Someone's going to, one of these companies is going to patent it next week.
I mean, vapes already have screens on them.
They do.
Every week, one of our friends comes in with like a new, bigger, bulkier vape with like a fucking PSP on it.
Yeah.
So I've never bought a vape. So I'm gonna ask this to someone. It doesn't have to be anybody in the room specifically.
All right.
Funny you answered. How much is would a vape like that with screen on it? Like how much is that per?
I don't know.
25?
No, the one that I had that I tried out was like, I think he said 20, 15, 20.
So that's 15-20 with a screen and everything in the works. So what's a normal one? How much is a normal one?
Like 12.
Yeah, like lowest like 12.
Like a disposable?
For $8 more, you can have an iPhone on your vape.
You buy it by how many puffs are in there, but
Yeah, I don't think the screen does much. I mean, do any of the screens have games on them yet?
that's what I was looking up. I was like, you could do. I'm sure people have hacked it.
I actually had a vape that was a weed vape and it had a game on it. It had
No
like
way.
Simon Says on it, or
The colors.
yeah, the colors. The whole entire thing was based on a like a Ford light display, and so it just had Simon. You like twitch it whichever way you wanted to. Like if it was red, you went to the right. If it was blue, you went to the left.
Next thing you know, they're going to come out with a vape exclusive. Like, oh, this
Yeah,
Dark
and-
Souls 4, you can only get on the vape.
Yeah, it's free to play, but if you want the skins, you have to pay for it.
I was
Yeah.
trying to look it up, but a lot of people, Doom, the game Doom,
Yeah.
they put it on like calculator and this.
I was going to
and
say,
that.
Doom, they purposely put on the most random things.
Yeah, I feel like eventually.
Doom will be on a vape.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I don't have a problem with multi-use products.
This is definitely a problem.
No, it's not. If the game incentivizes vaping, that's when it becomes a
If
problem.
you're getting points in Doom for it.
yeah, It's like you want to hack, like you want a new sword, you got to do 20 puffs.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
That's when
no,
it's a problem.
I mean, I definitely agree with that.
If not, then it's just like I don't know.
That vape has Tetris on it.
Well,
This
This vape has.
Pac-Man.
This is great. It has buttons. This is the D-pad.
Wow, this is just terrifying, honestly.
Our whole country's gonna be addicted to sports betting, vaping, and like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't like that.
TikTok.
I don't like that at all.
I need to find out what brand this is and buy this. I need this.
Jason, you can't be part of this problem. Stop giving. Don't give these people money. Pac-Man on a vape. This is probably fake, right? You think it's real?
No, people do all types of shit.
V-Play.
Oh man, I hate this. I really hate this.
Danny, why?
Someone said, "How do I hack this to put Doom on it?"
Yeah, the V-Play
Oh,
vape.
shit.
Oh my god, this is. I don't know if this is real.
Is this out yet?
I don't know if this is real.
I wonder
like
if
to
the smoke
test
shop
it.
has this. We've not seen it.
It's got a child lock on
God,
it.
it's-
$8? Get the hell. No, it's not. Come
This-
on. This is fake. This has to be fake.
No, I could.
You're telling me you can get this for $8?
Oh my god.
That's a lot of ads.
And 15% off.
This is crazy. No, this is terrifying. Honestly, I'm not a fan of burning down places. Burn down this place.
But you are a fan of multi-use things.
I love
And this is-
multi-use things. I love them so much.
This is a multi-use thing.
But this isn't a multi-use thing. This doesn't have multiple uses.
Puff and play.
Puff and play.
Shit.
That's two.
God, it's in the title.
God, it's a good.
So good.
It's a good hook
It's
too.
so
I
good.
gotta watch this.
Don't watch this, Jason.
Yeah, no, this is definitely awful though.
No, this is terrible.
This is
Like
awful.
I actually
I
hate
wonder
this.
if the games are pre-programmed.
Would
Oh,
you stop?
I wonder if it's like a is it reusable or do you put a new pod?
I'm
in?
sure you buy a new one. It's $8.
This is. I don't like this. Get this off. Get it.
How many pixels are on that?
20,000 puffs? No, it's impossible. This has to be like.
That's not that many.
Is that not that many? 20,000 puffs isn't a lot of puffs.
This has 6,500.
Jesus Christ.
6,500. So it's
Yeah, but
like,
yours has 6,500 and was double the price of this. How does that work?
This is
It
what I'm
says
saying. I don't think this is
And
real.
I'm sorry. Does yours play Pac-Man? I don't think so. So
not yet. Not yet.
20,000 puffs isn't a lot of puffs.
No, it is. I'm saying.
How-
he's just saying it's not a ridiculous.
Genuinely,
It's not ridiculous,
You don't
no.
have to answer. Genuinely, how long does it take you to get through 6,500 puffs?
A week.
Is that a lot? I don't even
1,000 a
know.
day.
Yeah, true. Is a puff, if you take a long puff, is that 3 puffs?
It's got to be.
It has to
I
be.
think it has to be.
Like quarter lung capacity, half and full. Don't.
Well,
this
don't
is-
vape.
Don't
That's what I-
really don't
that's
vape.
what we
I mean,
say.
at the end,
Plus-
we'll end it with this message: stop vaping.
Well, if
That's
you
all I
want to
got.
vape your way out of cigarettes, then okay.
I'm not. I don't know.
Honestly, do
I
whatever
don't know
you
what.
want.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean, who
really
cares?
care.
Just
I
do
don't
whatever you
really
want. Who
care.
are we to tell you? Who are we to tell you what to do?
If
but
you have a cool vape, show it off.
yeah, but it's more about like this is definitely. I mean, I know Jason's very interested in this but like this is such a like marketed to kids. Obviously, it's just I hate this.
That's part of the problem.
I hate this
That's part of
completely.
the-
It's
No,
Well,
this is egregious. Yeah.
Would it,
Thank
would,
you.
it, would it be better if it had like an Excel spreadsheet on it maybe? Then it could be marketed towards.
honestly, yes, it would. It would be a little bit better. What you're gonna do on that, I don't know. Or if it could send pagers like back. Oh my god, if we didn't get into telephones, and we still had pagers, every vape would be a pager, a beeper, whatever it is.
I could see that.
I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
If we didn't like have
Yeah.
like who's using does anybody know anybody that uses a beeper still? My grandfather used to use a beeper.
Why would anybody use a beeper?
I don't know. Some people are just into their ways.
I feel like 20 years ago.
Same thing. Don't vape. That's all I got. You ready to get out of here?
In general, let's just say don't get connected to any technological device. I'd say that. More
Well,
than vaping.
Don't put cannolis in your pocket either.
Or you might get caught thinking you're a thief.
Don't put cannolis in your pocket. That's
I
for sure.
think he was trying to steal the cannolis.
I was not.
That's what I think.
I was not.
JT, tell him where to find you. Let's get out of here.
If I was
here we
trying
go.
to steal the cannolis, I would have got away with it. If it wasn't for those meddling
no,
kids.
you got hungry.
Yeah.
You're trying to steal them. You got hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was actually trying to steal the cannolis, I would have like had a bag involved, and I would have done like probably 2 at a time. Go to the bathroom, put them in the bag, 2 at a time, go to the bathroom.
I don't think it would be that complicated to steal a little tray of cannolis. You would have to.
Eyes
how-
are always watching.
You would well, clearly, like you didn't think that at the time. JT, we got to get out of here before he gets on a rant. Tell him where to find you, JT. Let's get it.
You can find me on Instagram at the JBalls.
You can find me at Danny is watching
You can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
the Picky Boys on Instagram, the Picky Boys on Twitch. Do not forget to follow our gaming channel, and of course, follow us on the TikTok app.
On the TikTok app. Peace, everybody.